Good morning, Trev, SmashweRx. We got a killer WOD going on in the background. It's so awesome. I know, check out the beanie. It's actually cold here in California. It's like a freezing 49 degrees. Don't make fun, still cold. Hey, today we're gonna be talking about, we'll get real fancy, medial epicondylitis, lateral epicondylitis, and then also tacking down this muscle group that works on opposing the thumb. We're gonna tack down all this stuff because what do we do when we grab our bars? We hook grip. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because we neglect the elbows a ton of the time, and we have all these muscles, extensors on the top, flexors on the bottom, and what they're doing is they're allowing us to grab onto everything we do, whether it's a set of rings, whether it's the bar, it doesn't matter. Everything we're doing is very, very grip intensive, especially in CrossFit. So what we need to do is take care of all those attachment points. They're gonna attach on the inside of the arm right in here. A lot of times what people do is they just hammer away on this, and they hammer away on the outside here. And I promise you this, if you take your thumb, grab it, drive it in there and start working your hand around, it's gonna hurt like crazy. So don't do that, there's a better way. We need to tack down that tissue and peel it apart so we can get full range of motion. But the problem is, when we get into doing that full range of motion, we have a restriction point, constraint point. And that is these 2 rows of 4 bones here, these wrist bones that allow us to do what's called circumduction of the wrist. And when they jam up, this jams up. So we need to work from upstream to downstream, get all this stuff taken care of so we get that full range of motion in our wrists so we can recover that grip. Because imagine this, we go to do a snatch and we're coming up, and then we do that turnover and that punch out. I'm getting real low so you can see what I'm doing. But that punch out involves that snap of that wrist and that punch out of that elbow so we can hold and support that bar. If we don't have full range of motion, we're gonna end up fighting ourselves. So generally, I'll tell you right now, and by the way, if you fight yourself in any kind of a movement, the muscles on the other side of whatever the movement is you're trying to do are working 100 times harder, which is paving the road to injury 100% of the time, guaranteed. It's like I said all the time, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So you get all those tissues moving and sliding past themselves, everything works the way it's supposed to. That's particularly important in here. Now how about you guys that sit in front of computers all day or text on your phones all the time? Come on, just pick up the phone and call, it's just easier. So how many times have you written something on a text message, by the way, deleted it, rewritten it, and sent something else? So you can't do that on a phone call. So what I'm saying is this stuff gets glued down just as much on everybody that works on computers, works on a mouse, texts on a phone, anything like that. So imagine how much easier this stuff will work, this tissue will work, when it's moving the way it's supposed to, sliding around all the time, moving the way it's supposed to. So we're gonna get full range of motion in that wrist, lateral, medial, flexion, extension, all that stuff, so we can recover all this motion and our wrists work better, because when this isn't bound up, these muscles don't have to work as hard, and now flexors are much, much stronger than extensors. So your hands have a tendency to close up and roll forward. We're gonna undo that by opening it up and then tacking down this tissue. We're gonna do it all in the voodoo band. Now a lot of people go, oh, voodoo band, god damn, that thing hurts so much. Yeah, hurts like crazy. It's okay, embrace the suck. So you're gonna take the voodoo band, you're gonna start with a nice light band. So we can capture it probably, make sure it's all wound up by the way. We can capture it pretty low because I want to get all the muscles that go into that thumb as well. And just take 1 wrap to get it started and then bind it up. Once it's bound up, it's captured. So you don't have to worry about the voodoo band, because people ask all the time, how am I supposed to do my wrist myself? Well, it's easy, just like that. So you're gonna do the wrist, just above the wrist. So you can see I'm about 2 inches above the wrist. And then you're gonna put about 50% attention on this band. I mean, really cinch this thing up. My God, that, you're gonna see my hand is gonna look like I have some kind of a hand disorder. We're gonna go all the way up through here because we wanna capture all that tissue on the medial and lateral portion of that forearm. Get it all bound up really well. Good. Go ahead and trap it. I realize this is something that it's generally easier to do when you have a person with you, but you know what? Don't sweat it. You can do this stuff all on your own too. We're gonna come all the way up through that elbow. Now lock out that elbow, capture the lateral portion of that elbow. Good. We're gonna come all the way around. God, seriously, that is just intense. And then you're just gonna leave it a little loose, and all you're gonna do is give it a little tuck underneath, So all I did was tuck it underneath here. Instant voodoo band, 50% tension. So that's number one. Just get that voodoo band on there. Now there's 2 steps to this. One is, you can see I got the peanut there. This is gonna get super fugly. All you're gonna do is get your hand on here, all the way down, all the way up, do some circles. God, this is intense. That's number one. You're just doing circles, because I'm telling you, I can feel that tissue like bubble pack under here, just grinding away. That's number one. Number 2 is, flip your hand upside down, go back and forth like this. I promise you, you'll feel this one a lot more than you think. Okay? So all you're gonna do is hand circles, 10 to 15, turn upside down, 10 to 15. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is grab the peanut. Oh, this is awful. This is just god awful. So you see there's a notch in the center of the peanut. You're gonna capture that tissue right up by the elbow. So if you look, I'm actually hitting where that insertion point is on the flexors for that forearm. And I'm gonna get on it like this. I'm gonna take my body weight and I'm just gonna lean on that. Oh, this is abysmal. You guys are watching this. Stop laughing. And just grind away on this. Grind away and go ahead, get a saw in there and go back and forth. And then flip your hand upside down. This is the one, I just might pass out on this one. And then lean on it and crank away on this. The reason I use a peanut, it is so much more stable. It's not gonna pop out underneath here, but I'm gonna get on the lateral portion of that forearm, hit those extensors, and I'm just gonna do circles. Make sure you get the fingers moving. Oh my God, you're gonna wanna race out of this voodoo band, okay, right there. Now here's the one people miss. Take your thumb, put it in the center of your hand, go like this, stick it out, and then all you're gonna do is peel that away. Just gonna peel that away. Oh God, and that's gonna tack down this. So remember, we've got a couple of things to do. You're gonna get your hand in the forearm, grind away on the bottom side, flip it upside down, grind away on the top, hit those extensors, and then peel away all the control for that thumb. Get that moving. Now listen, there's one more I want you to do. It's super easy. It's called the push away, come here. All you're gonna do is you're gonna push away, come here. Push away, come here. So you're supinating, pronating, supinating, pronating, supinating, pronating. You're gonna take it through full ranges of motion, all right? That's how you're gonna get rid of that golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, CrossFitter's elbow, call it what it is. You know what? Friggin' painful elbow, can't let you do stuff. I had to get out of that voodoo band, it was killing me. You can see, look at that. Got the tiger stripes. Yeah, watch it as it catches his prey. I could do this all day. Don't make fun of me. Listen, you can do it without the voodoo band, same thing, just capture that tissue. Remember, stay off this area right here. This is the ulnar nerve. Okay, you don't want to grind away on that. Trust me, you'll remember it for about a day and a half, so don't do that. But get on there and full ranges of motion. Flip it upside down, same thing, full ranges of motion. We'll throw in the super bonus, okay? We're gonna come down here. Good, right there. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna take your hands, put them together, get some stretch in there, just like that. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna rock back and forth, nice and easy, but keep those hands glued to the floor, okay? That's number 4. Go ahead and do all that stuff. If you're gonna do this rock back and forth with the hands just to get those flexors loosened up, what I want you to do is do that for at least 2 minutes. All right, I'm Trev, SmashweRx, cranking it out, getting you guys moving. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome day.